Hey, welcome back. Introducing a new character has always been a surefire way to keep your fans interested. Now, there's no guarantee that this reaction will always be positive, but nevertheless, you will get a reaction. Throughout the Tekken series, the inclusion of new characters was also intertwined with a new martial art. Because of 3D technology and its 4-button, 4-limb layout, players were given a chance to see their arts in a more realistic fashion. Finally, Namco's decision to use motion capture allowed their new martial art to become like their own character. And that brings us to this video. What martial arts would you like to see in future Tekken projects? Well, I did a poll in a few Tekken groups on Facebook to find that very answer. The 13 martial arts that I proposed were a diverse group spanning most of the globe. In this countdown series, we will go through a brief history of the martial art, a few of their techniques, and possible character designs. I am the Unknown Fang, and welcome to my channel. From the fighting pits of northern Nigeria, where temperatures can easily reach 104 degrees Fahrenheit, we have Dambe. Traditionally, this was the blood sport of Hausa butchers. And in the past, Dambe was combined with a form of wrestling very similar to the one we see in Senegal. However, these days, it's truly a striking art of kicks and fierce punches wrapped in cloth and cord. Northern praying mantis fist, most easily recognized by the fighter's hand hook position or tanglango. Inspiration from nature has always been a staple of many Chinese martial arts, and this brave insect is a muse for the creation of this particular art. Rapid fire punches combined with hand trapping and takedowns to make this a close range fighting style with an emphasis on grappling and strikes to vital points. Fans of Street Fighter and Virtual Fighter may easily recognize this style from Gen and Leon. This art was developed with one thing in mind: balance. Vovinam features techniques from Chinese, Japanese, Korean, French, and Vietnamese indigenous martial arts. As a result, a very adaptive and unique martial art was developed specifically for the Vietnamese people and their build. There are a huge number of techniques, but Vovinam is most easily recognized by its trademark leaping head scissors takedown. The 7-star fist form is easily one of the more recognizable forms of Shaolin Kung Fu. But did you know that it's also one of the oldest? This style is exclusive to the Shaolin Temple and an extremely explosive art that pulls from various stances, including the horse and the rooster. And this means that the legs play a huge role in generating kicking and punching power. An exclusive fighting style of Polynesian warriors. Hawaii's Kupalua has enjoyed a certain level of mystery, but in reality, it is a deadly art that destroys bone, with its hard strikes and limb manipulation. Hidden behind the hip sways and thigh slaps of hula are a brutal set of elbows, punches, knees, kicks, and takedowns designed for warfare. People that learn Kupalua have access to some of the most dangerous and exotic weapons, but they are just as deadly without them. As a young kid, I was really lucky to see Jeff Speakman bring Kempo karate to the big screen. This is a fast scientific art that, while complex, is extremely entertaining to watch. The methodology of its lightning fast strikes, intuitive counters and parries, along with the willingness to combine American, Japanese, and Chinese philosophies of attack,
Fatality.
Staying in America, on the Hawaiian Archipelago to be precise, we have Kajukenbo. While Miguel technically has the brawler motif, Kajukenbo is really a martial art that personifies a controlled and realistic brawl. It is not a beautiful art. Well, technically it is, but it's also brutal and no nonsense. This art combines the different hard-hitting styles of boxing, Kempo karate, judo, kung fu, and jiu-jitsu, and puts a Street Fighter stamp of approval on it.
You want to be the master of Eagle Claw instead of me. That's why you want to see me dead.
Eagle Claw boxing is a deadly animal style from northern China that brings the fearsome raptor to life. This style combines the internal and external power of Chinese martial arts and employs a flexible range of attacks, with kicks and punches from high and low stances. Much like the bird of prey, its specialty is grappling and joint locks. Vulnerable areas such as the eyes and other pressure points are targeted after seizing one limb or twisting one joint. In my opinion, the old martial art films can provide an excellent motif and inspiration for a newer male or female character that specializes in grappling as well as aerial kicks. If you are going to do a dual character, then what better style could you use than Ho-Kwan? The monkey fist is agile, awkward, and most importantly, fun. It brings to life the acrobatics and theatrics of men's closest relative, but its true power lies in its unpredictability. Leaps and attacks using the entire weight are employed. Ho-Kwan also uses elbows and jumping knee strikes, as well as takedowns. A new monkey fist user would be a double-edged sword, fun for the user, but terrifying for their opponent. The Korean Peninsula has become synonymous with kicking martial arts, and so far we've had 2 Taekwondo fighters emerge. I think it's time to bring in another style from Korea, and I was really close to adding Hapkido, but it's time for Takkyeon to make an appearance. Takkyeon itself is the grandfather of Korean karate. What separates it from Tang Sudo and Taekwondo is its triangle step footwork that in many ways rivals the capoeira jinga. In the martial arts, there are so many static styles, and another fluid dance-like style with kicks would be a great addition. 52 blocks could more accurately be described as an indigenous Black American martial art, and its legend has lived on in the shadows and lyrics of hip-hop. This art form is far from being static and uses a ton of footwork, feints, and arm movement to throw off the timing of its opponents. Strikes usually include headbutts, elbows, knees, punches, and kicks, but grappling is also an integral part of 52 as well. Its rich history starts with the transatlantic slave trade, much like other arts such as Cuba's Juego de Mani, Brazil's capoeira, and America's own knocking and kicking. It developed from a synergy of other West African martial arts. In the past, it was the stuff of urban legends. 52 blocks was on the tongue of a few people and on the fist of even fewer. But there has been a resurgence thanks to YouTube. And as a result, this art is in no danger of fading into obscurity. Rounding out the bunch is the infamous Indonesian style of Pencak Silat. It was virtually unknown before movies like Mantis and the Raid series came out. And these movies show a really brutal style, much like Kapalua. Silat has a lot of lethal weapons that one can train in and master, ranging from curved swords to my personal favorite, the karambit. Modeled after the Sumatra's tiger claw, This curved blade shows the versatility of Silat as well as its inspiration from nature. Over 150 different styles of Silat exist, and that means a large amount of techniques that include striking, hand trapping, parries, as well as grappling. This lethal art also has elbows, knees, and various strikes that can lead to takedowns and submissions. Masters of Pencak Silat can end a life with or without a weapon. And that's it. In this series, we will see how people voted, learn more about the styles and techniques, as well as think of some ideas for the type of fighter or character that could be introduced along with that style. I'm also kind enough to leave any resources for those detectives out there that would like to do more homework. So movies, other video games, YouTube channels, anime, whatever, will be included in these videos. I really appreciate your time, and I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. If you have any ideas or questions, please leave your comments below. Don't forget to like, sub, and subscribe as well. Thank you so much. Feng Wei. Out.